Or else, shall I start? This is a fresh class, and we are going to discuss Linux for first two days. And 2 days is very less for Linux. Means if we can talk for Linux, it will take more than 45 days. So that is more than our course time. But still, I have like selected few topics which I am going to cover all the topics where DevOps candidate or DevOps engineer is going to use. So please stay focused because this is very important. Without Linux, I can say you will be not a complete DevOps engineer. So Linux is very important, and I will tell why Linux is very important for DevOps and all those things. And like means we will start with the basics, like what is operating systems. Like can I get any inputs from you people? That's what you understood about line operating system. Guys, please make it interactive. Means I know means everyone knows operating systems. So without knowing operating systems, means we will not come here. Please speak up. Like we will make it as an interactive session because means every time I am talking and you listening, it will not be a good sign. So please try to interact. Means we will make it more effective. Yeah, good. Means any inputs? Yeah. Yeah, it is a mediator between computer and user. Okay. Means any more inputs? Yeah, yeah. Means nice inputs. Like operating system is like as someone told, like it is a mediator, or I can say it will fit in between user and the hardware. Like we have a hardware system like CPUs and RAMs and memory and network devices, all those things, and we have a user like us. So operating system is sits between user and the hardware. So whatever the commands and whatever the actions will perform, so it will send to the hardware and it will get it done for us. So it will show the response. So means operating system is so it is also one software program, so it will run and it will process our request and it will give response to us. So and we have more like we have different kinds of operating systems, and we have different flavors, and like means I can say if you go and search in Google, you will find means not less than 1,000 operating systems and operating system versions. So all those things. So means as of today we will stay focused on means basics. So operating system, like popular operating systems, means everyone knows Windows and Mac and Solaris and Android and IBM AX and iOS, Linux. So these are the means most popularly used operating systems, and it means it will contain all. But basically, our today's agenda is to discuss about Linux operating system. So in Linux operating system also we will have different kinds of versions and different kinds of distributions and varieties. So coming to in Linux also, we have Unix and Linux. Means people think that Unix and Linux both are same, but these two operating systems are both are completely different. Like Linux is came from Unix, but still Linux is more popular. Means I will tell why it is became more popular and why Unix is still, like I can say in current as of today, Unix is present in only two or three operating system versions, like that is IBM AX and HP UX. So except these two or three operating systems, Unix is not much widely used in current industry. And coming to Linux, we have many operating systems and many versions. These are the major versions I have listed here. Major distributions I can say: Ubuntu, CentOS, and Fedora, Kali OS, and OpenSUSE, and Linux Mint, and Debian. We will have many others. Depends on their distributions and depends on their functionalities. So we can means we will have many more operating systems. Why Linux is more popular than Unix is because Linux is open source. Open source is means does anyone knows means what is open source? Means why it is different from Unix? Means why open source? What is open source? Not what is open source? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Means yeah. Means Linux is open source is because it is free. That is one thing, and we call open source is it is because we will get Linux source code also in the Google, like not in the Google, in yeah, means we will get if you go and see here, if you go and check in the GitHub, we will get this is the project of Linux. We can download this code and you can make customizable things, and again you can send the pull request and you can write the PR. So here make file, this is means make file, it is C language, so it is written in C language. So we can, this is the complete code, so you can make and you can contribute to the Linux. So means we will freely means we will get complete source code, and we can use it for free. Some of the versions are there, they will sell. Means why this many versions are there to Linux? Because they will take this code and they will customize according to their requirements, and they will sell and they will use for their purpose. Even Android means it is very widely used mobile operating system also, it's built on Linux. So core operating system is Linux. So means if you see uh, Samsung operating system will be different from LG. So means we will have different kinds of Android operating systems. So these all Android operating systems are based on Linux. So this is also one of the reason why many Linux flavors are there. And why Linux is, means somebody told Linux is very secured. Means even though means this code is available to many people, and but still it is very secured. Means does anyone install antivirus in Linux operating system? Yeah, means yeah, means actual fact is there is no antivirus for Linux operating system because means no one can access our operating system, and they can means because in Linux everything is a file. And also for in Linux we have two kinds of security, like two levels of security. One is at login level, like we have to give our username and password. Next one is file based, like for in Linux everything is file. Like if you attach any hardware device, so it is also Linux operating system will treat it is also as a file. So that is the reason means everything is file, and for every file we will have separate level of security. So that is the reason Linux is more secure. Like are everyone able to hear me? Why hear me right? Hello. Yeah. So this is the background, like what is operating system and what are the more popular operating system, and means what is the Linux operating system, and why we are calling it as a open source, and we'll discuss many more in the future. Like means coming to basic architecture. So this is the basic architecture. Like, if you see here, we will have only three layers. One is user space, one is kernel, and one is hardware. So this is the basic structure of Linux. User space is like where user interact, like means where we will have command prompt and all those things. In Linux also we will have like graphical user interface for some of the OSs. For means we will have both the GUI and CLI. So this GUI and CLI will comes here in user space, and in between we'll have one kernel. So this is the main component which will take the inputs from user space, and it will pass to hardware, and means it will process our request again. It will give the response back to us. So this is the basic like it is a block diagram, I can say. So if you go a little bit inside of this structure, we'll have here applications and tools. Like we will have like command lines and all those things, and we will have folder structures we can create. Means we can create means we can use Linux operating. Like if you install Ubuntu or any operating system in your laptop or in your virtual box or anywhere, so you can use this that Ubuntu operating system also, just like your Windows operating system. Just you need to just practice, not practice, you have to get used to that. So it will just work like Windows, but you will like you will not get more customizable applications where you will get where you get like in Windows, but still you can make use in different ways. So coming to your applications and tools, this is user space. And coming to kernel, in kernel I mean from user space, using the system calls, we can, this kernel also operating system. It is also one software, not operating system. It is also software. It will take the our request in the form of system calls. Like it will take process management and memory management and file systems, device drivers, network. So these are the main modules which are present in the Linux kernel, scheduler and memory management, all those things. And again, it will interact with the hardware. So if you see here, it will give the inputs to the hardware, and it will get it done. And again, it will take response from hardware, and again it will send response to the user space. So this is the means basic structure, means how if you open a Linux, means inside, if you go inside, so this is the basic structure of Linux. So is it clear till now? Yeah. Coming to means little bit more about Linux, like why we are not much aware of Linux. Like most of the people, like you people are a little bit in tech world, but means if you go means normal users, means they don't have much idea on Linux and all those things, because means in for day-to-day life it is not means it is usable, but means it is difficult. Like we should have some knowledge on Linux, means how to use commands and all those things. Means does anyone attends Windows operating system classes? No, right? Because means we will have graphical user interface. Means it is very used. Means with one click we will get means everything. Like with one click we will get we can create the folder, and we can open the image and everything. And also it is very popular and all those things. But in server world, means if you come to servers and all backend things, so mostly usable operating system is Linux, because it is secure and it is open source. We can customize how much, means in whichever you can, like you are working in one big organization, so you need specific functionality to that operating system. Depends on your company policies and all those things. You can take that source code, whichever the source code I have shown, so you can customize according to your needs, and you can deploy in all of your servers, and you can use however you want. So means this Linux is deployed in from the refrigerator to supercomputers. So Linux is very faster than any operating systems. Like if you compare with Windows, and it is more secure. I said why it is secure, because here everything is files, so that is the reason it is more secure. And coming to installing Linux, means when I started my career, it was in 2014. So means I used to get any Linux system. I used to download Oracle VirtualBox, and I used to download Linux file from Linux site, and I used to create one Linux VirtualBox for me. And sometimes I would directly install Linux in my laptop, and I used to work. But now it has become more matured, and even current version of Windows, in current version of Windows also, Windows has provided WSL. WSL means Windows Subsystem for Linux. So means you don't need to download anything. Means you can directly enable Linux in your Windows system, and you can use, you will means it is like it is become just like one application in the Windows. So this is the Windows subsystem for Linux. So I will tell how to enable it in your latest version of Windows. You will get it in Windows 10 2017 onwards, I think. So after 2017 releases only, they have enabled this option. So you can enable that Windows subsystem for Linux in your what to say, Windows operating system also. And also this was in 2017. So from 2017 they have started, but now means we no need to do anything. If you just create uh, any AWS account, or any Google Cloud account, or any Azure account, so you can directly create a VM in the cloud and you can use. So these are the different ways of creating Linux system, and using it. Means day by day it is becoming more easier. So do you have any questions till now? Yeah, does anyone install Linux, or means I'm just asking these questions to make it interactive. So does anyone worked on any flavors of, means most of the people have worked on may work on Ubuntu and all those flavors. Does anyone work on these Linux operating systems, either it in GUI or CLI? Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, 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 nice. And coming to, means you can learn easily. You don't need to worry much. So means I will give the most of the resources from where you can start learn, and you can master in Linux within less time. So I'm going to show Linux, like a Windows subsystem for Linux, means how to install and all those things. It is just it will take 2 minutes. So first go to settings, and go to updates and security, and go to for developers, and enable this developer mode. So means if you are admin, then only you can able to access the developer mode. So you just enable this and close it, and go to control panel. Does anyone did this Linux subsystem? Yeah, coming to go to programs, go to here means I am not in admin access. So just you go to here. So if you go here in turn Windows future on or off, there you will get one Windows subsystem for Linux option. You just enable that, and it will ask for restart. So you just once restart, so Windows subsystem for Linux will get enabled in your Windows system. So after that you just need to go to if you go and check in command prompt also, if you type just ssh or bash, it will display means if it is installed or not, there you will get. Or else you just go to store, Windows Microsoft Store. So from here you will get many applications like Ubuntu and all those things. If you just search your Linux, see here Ubuntu Kali and Ubuntu LTS and 20 version, 18 version, Shushu and Debian. So these many things you can install on top of your WSL, that Windows subsystem for Linux. So I have just installed this Ubuntu. So that is the reason I just got this Ubuntu. And you can install multiples also. You can you have installed Ubuntu, right? So you can install Debian also. If you just go and if you click here, so yeah, this will get pop up, means you can have multiple windows and all those things. This is Windows subsystem for Linux. So this is just for practice. So after you come here, you just means you can do any whatever things you can do in your Linux. But this is just a not complete. You will not get complete kernel of the Linux, but this is just interface. But you can do means most of the work what DevOps engineer can do. Okay, here you can do mkdir. I will tell all the commands. What are these mkdir and all those things. ls minus l. See, these are the things you can do in your any Linux operating system. So same way you are able to do here also. So this is one way, means I am telling practical ways, means where you can practice your Linux things. Okay, this is one way. And one more thing more popular than this is coming to cloud. So here in cloud, last time I did not install SSH, or I mean some problem with my AWS region, so I was not able to access these machines from my CLI. So I have fixed that. So I am going to terminate these two. Already one is terminated, so that is the reason I'm not getting terminate option. So if you go and does anyone has prior experience with AWS? Okay. Yeah, it's great. Means some limits will be there, like for free tier they will give 750 hours of EC2 and 5 GB of S3 and those things they will give. If we cross that limit, then they will charge us. So coming to means for today's class, so we are going to discuss about Linux. So I'm going to show means how to create, and also today means everyone create one Gmail account. Means if you have any Gmail account, no problem. So you just go and sign up for AWS. In my last session I have shown means how to sign up for AWS account. Like you have to give your debit card or credit card. It will in India it will charge only 2 rupees, and means you will get one notification to your Gmail. So you just need to accept that. Means no need to accept, you will just get means within sometimes it will take half an hour maximum. So immediately your AWS account will get activate. So after you get activate, you just log in here. I think you people are clear with that steps, right? In my last class I have shown, or shall I show once again? Because I am rushing, because means we have only 2 days to explain all those things, because anyway we are going to discuss all those things in our AWS classes. But means as of now, you people just create a AWS accounts, means start use from now only. Is it clear? Like any responses? Yeah, like coming to here, I'm going to select I'm going to create Ubuntu server. Select here, and also in last class also I have shown only T2 micro is eligible for free tier. So it is 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM, 1 GB of memory, and we will have 7 steps to create any EC2 Linux instance. And here we will get number of instances and network. Please, if you are not talking, please put it on mute, because it is causing some disturbance. And we will have your user data and all those things. So we'll discuss all those things in our AWS classes. As of today, I'm just going to create. I'm just tagging it, and configure and security group means here we will get all the port numbers, SSH and all those things. So as of now, as it is practice, so I am going to open traffic. It is mostly insecure way. In real time no one will do, but just for practicing purpose I am doing it. It will show one error also because it is open to all. Just change your security, but I am not bothering about that. So here coming to key pair, so here we will have three options. One is choose an existing key pair, create a new key pair, and proceed without key pair. So for Linux, always try to select these two, create a new key pair if you don't have, or create a or choose an existing key pair if you have. So as you people are new, some people are new, so I am going to create a new key pair. So let's say I will put Linux class, and don't don't forget to download this key pair. And so after downloading, it will save in your local, and this extension is .pem file. So whenever you download any key pair, it will be extended with .pem file, and launch Linux. So it will take few seconds to minute. So here you will get this. So if you get this, your AWS EC2 instances get created. It is creating. See, if you go and see here, this is the name, whatever the name we have given there, and instance state is pending, so it will change to pending to running, and the status check is still initializing. So this is the refresh. So means whenever you feel it is not refreshing, you can refresh it. And this is the public IP address. So means we will have option to disable or enable public IP address. As of now I have just enabled, I did not change anything. But private IP addresses we can't disable it by default. For every instance we will get one public by default, we will get one private by default, but public is choice. So whenever you restart, so this public IP address will get changed, but private IP address will not get changed. Public IP address is accessible to everyone. Private IP address is accessible inside the VPC only. So I will go and explain what is VPC and all those things in our AWS classes. So here it is changed to running state from pending state. It is still in initializing phase. So still I got connect option. I am clicking here. So here important thing is here we need to copy here. This is like AWS is providing the command. This is just SSH into any Linux. Means if you create any Linux in Azure also, same SSH we need to do. But here Amazon is directly giving to us. And I have downloaded my PEM file. It is in my download folder. So I'm going to download. I am just opening PowerShell. So this is the shortcut to open the PowerShell. You just go to your folder directory, and here you click on PowerShell. PowerShell will get open, and just paste that whatever the command you copied from there, and click yes. See, it has taken. So now we have logged into Ubuntu system. So this is the private IP address. So if you go and check for confirmation, what is the private IP address? 172.31.89.143. 172.31.89.143. Now we are not in our local operating system. We have logged into Linux system of AWS. Till now means in this process, like creating the AWS account and logging into AWS account and creating the EC2 instance and all those things, does everyone clear, or do you have any questions? I'm just going fast because we have to discuss many more things. These all are not relevant to Linux, but these all are important before we get started with Linux. So that is the reason I'm just explaining. Everyone is clear, right? Yeah. So this is just Linux operating system. We are like, if you type pwd, you will get present working directory and cd root. So you will get what are the folder structure, and means in Linux we will have basically we will have two modes. One is standard user and one is root user. So whenever you see this dollar symbol, this is the standard user. Standard user is not means it is not having much privileges. If you go like if you type sudo -i, it will change to this as symbol. So whenever you see yash, you are in root, like you will have complete administrator access. Is it clear? What is the standard user, what is root user, and how to switch using sudo -i. And sudo su also you can switch, but most people use sudo -i. Okay, here also if you do just to do, it will do pwd root, so all those things we can do. And means everyone clear, right? Means how I logged in, and means what are the users will have and all those things. And I will send you one document. So whatever the document I have prepared for this all these commands. So do share your I will give an email ID at the end, so you just share your email IDs. I will share that notes. Okay. And coming to what are the things we need to discuss. Coming to Linux directory structure, like here if you see here, this is the root directory. Root directory means it is the parent of all the directories in the Linux operating system. And here root is like, this is the folder for root user. This is the parent of all, means including the root and all those things. So this is the main, like if you go and see here, this is the parent. So under parent we will have all these folders. So I will explain what are those folders and what are the things we'll store in that things. In our day-to-day life we will not use all those things, but it is better to know all those things. So here if you see here, bin folder is there, dev folder is there, home folder is there, lib media, option, root, sbin, service, var, temp, so boot, etc, all those things are there. So we will just go and see, means in one folder we'll see what are the things are there. See, these are the like binary files which can executed by the user. Like these are the commands. If you see here, all the commands: cat, chgroup, chmod, chown, and gzip, hostname, IP address, nano, mv, mkdir, and link. This is we will use for symbolic, creating symbolic links and hard links and all those things. So these are the commands. Means if you go to bin folder, these are all the binary files which are used by normal user. Okay. And we will have one more folder called as sbin. So this is most popular interview question. So what is the difference between the bin and sbin? So in bin we will have all the library file binary files of what are the standard user can execute. So sbin is for root user. Like if you see here, the number of folders from bin to sbin is more, because like these things standard the root user can execute this. Along with those things, he will have more privileges to execute these commands also. So this is the difference between bin and sbin. And we will have like boot folder is for booting up the operating system. So some of the files will store here. And home is for like home folder for current user. So if you go and check home folder, so we will have Ubuntu. So means this user of this operating system is Ubuntu. So that is the reason it has shown Ubuntu. And coming to, we will show very few, and you can play. Means this is temp in temp file. We will have only temporary folders. Means it will get delete. And coming coming to var, in var file we'll have all log files and mail files and all those things. So in var, so these are this mnt is like mount, like for mount any other external storage we will use this. So etc and all those things, libraries will get stored. So user information will be there. So means as soon as you, and also as soon as you get log into any Linux, so you just try to check means what are the folders are there, means what are the folder structures and what are the internal folders are present in each and every directory of Ubuntu system. So that you will get much more understanding than whatever you have. Does it clear till now? Like we have checked what is root folder, what is root, and what are the folders present in that under that root, and how to access them. So all those things clear, right? Yeah. Now we are working as a root user. So if you want to go to standard user, you just click exit. It will go to one level above. So we have logged out from what to say, root user. Now you came to standard user. So this is, again, you are able to see all the folders. So this is about now I have logged out of complete Linux. So this is my Windows system. Again, if you want to just log in, just click on, and again you will get logged in. That's it. Again, this private IP addresses will not get changed. Here I am in home, so that is the reason I am not able to get any files. But here in standard user I am in root. So if you see here, this slash is for root. For standard users I am in home, root user. But if you come here you will be able to see title symbol is for home. So that is the reason you are not able to see anything. If you want to change to root, just cd, and here it has changed to slash. Click on ls, again you are able to see all the folders. So this is about means what is root user and all those things. And this is about basics of what is Linux operating system and all those things. Again, if you go back, again you will and coming to, means I think we have discussed all the folder structure and all those things, right? These all are means theory, means in day-to-day life we won't use, but still it is better to have a good knowledge on this. Means for today's task is like whatever the discussion is happened till now. So these are the key points, like create a AWS account if you don't have, and just log into AWS account and create a Linux operating system, like Linux virtual machine in AWS, and log into Linux instance from your local, and you just play around with all these folders. So as of today you just these are the main key points. Like if you have more interest, just to go and enable WSL in your Windows, so there also you can play. So these are the major things. And coming to command, this is the actual part where we are going to discuss much about Linux commands and all those things. Till now it is clear, right? And I'm going to discuss most commonly common basic commands, like for day-to-day life. These are not specific for DevOps engineer, but every engineer should know all those things. So cal means, and also people say Windows is very very powerful and all those things, but Linux is way better and much powerful and more secure than Windows. Means I will show some of the examples. Like with one command you can create thousands of files and thousands of folders, and you can, with one command, you can delete complete things, and means we can do wonders. And also, why DevOps engineers should learn Linux is because we can do more automation in Linux than Windows. Means we can't do any automation in Windows because everything is GUI, so we can't automate much in GUI. But when it comes to Linux, means we can work without even touching any GUI components. So that is the reason DevOps people use more automation. Means what is the main functionality of the DevOps engineer is to automate whatever the things you can do. So that is the reason Linux is very crucial for DevOps engineer. And I am going to discuss very basic comments. Cal this is the calendar. So means it will print present month of calendar. So if you want to print 2021 calendar, you just give, and it will give complete 2020 calendar. So, and coming to ls, means ls is like list, so we don't have anything, right? So I will just create one folder, one file here. If you do ls, we will get every, means ls is meant list, means what are the things are present inside under this folder, it will display everything. So if you want to see complete information about that, do ls minus l. So it will give, means how many files are, like it will give permissions of that folder. I have told, right? Means we will have permission for each and every file, like everything inside the Linux is a file. So it has these are the permission. So I will explain into what is the meaning of this, and this is what is the meaning of this. This is like what is user and group and size and date, and like this is the date and this is the file name. So I will explain all those things. As of now, we have discussed about cal and ls, and pwd is present print. Means people say that print working directory, and some people say that present working directory, but whatever maybe, it will print the present working directory where we have present. So this is pwd. And coming to mkdir is make directory. So if you want to create any folder, we have to use mkdir folder, and I am using Linux classes. If I go little bit fast, please tell me, because I am rushing, because we have lot of things to discuss in Linux and we got only 2 days. So that is the reason I am going little bit faster. And yeah, any questions till now? Yeah, yeah. I think you are a Linux admin, right? Yeah. Here in Linux, all folders display as blue. Means it is not standard color. Means depends on operating system, it will change. But in Ubuntu, it will display as a blue. So normal files, it will display in white color. So you can differentiate without even do ls minus l. So if you do ls minus l, you will get complete picture. Like it is like CVP, like complete bread picture. So if you type ls minus l, so we'll get what are the permissions. From here also we'll get for directories. This is directory in the sense, like directory in Linux is folder in Windows. Like we will have folders, right? In the same way, we will have directories. So if any permission is started with D, it is a directory. Like we have different kinds of files, like directory files and link file, and we will have normal file. For normal file, we will have just one dash will be there. So I will tell what is link and all those things. As of now, we have created normal file, one is directory. So and umask is very important. So umask is like 0002. 0002 means whenever like how to, like if whenever you create any file, here you got this permission, right? How you got this permission? You did not set any permission, but by default this Linux has given some permission. Why it is? Because depends on our umask value. Umask value of the system is not about the system, whatever the system you create in AWS. So this is the default umask. You can change this umask. Umask will come like 666 minus these last three words 002. What will come here? I am just typing here 442, right? So here 442 means I will tell what is this 442 and all this thing. 442 means read write, and this is read. So depends on umask value, you will get default permission of the permission, default permission to the file. Is it clear? What is umask and all? So you can change umask value also here. Umask of you can do 666, so it will get changed. If you just type now umask, you will see 666. And if you create anything here, 2.txt and ls minus l, see, these are the permissions. 666 means here you don't have any permission. For 2 you don't have any permission, you can't do anything to this second. Like what? Current user means this umask is for current user, this is for complete so that is the reason we need to care with the umask. Like if you set umask 777, yeah. So here if you create any folder like txt, so here ls minus l, so you will have okay, umask 77 means it 77 means again we have to subtract from 3 from what to say 666. Here we have done, right? 666 means here if you set umask value 00002, so you will get this kind of, like, this is the default umask value. Again I have set to default, so just to remove the confusion, you also just play with this umask and all those things. Okay, and this is also very important interview question. Okay, this umask and yeah means I will send means at the end I will give all the notes, and just whatever the commands I've executed, if you type history you will get all those things. I will just copy and I will give to you people. This the history command is there. This is very nice feature in Linux, so you'll get all the things. So these are the commands we have executed in this session. Okay, and you go to ls, and here we have created 3 normal files. One is folder, right? So if you want to change directory means going from current directory to another directory, so cd will be the command. If you do cd, so now we are under this folder, and cd is one command. And touch is like creating any file, any text file or any odd file, and anything we can do. Touch file dot odt. So if you do ls minus l, sorry, space ls minus l, so this is the we have set umask to 0002, right? So that is the reason default will be read write. So touch is the command to create the file. We will have like many more commands like cat. Using cat we can do, using editors we can create the files and all those things, but basically for easy creation touch we will use. And rmdir, so we have created this folder, right? If you want to delete it, you just, and also one more thing is we will have current directory and parent directory in every folder. ls minus a, if you do, sorry, ls minus a, if you do here we will have hidden folders. Like in every folder we will have 2 by default hidden folders. Whichever the folder will start with dot, we will call as a hidden folders. So by default in every folder we will have 2 hidden folders. One is current directory, one is parent directory. If you do cd dot, it is in current directory, it will not affect anything. If you do cd dot dot, it will change to parent directory. Previously we are in Linux, now we are in parent directory of Linux. If you do cl, again here also we will have again minus a. So here also we'll have two folders. One is dot, one is dot dot. So these are all from dot it will start. These all are hidden files and hidden folders. So I will tell all those things about. And also if you want to know about any command, so you can search in Google, and Linux also will have one command, man ls. If you do, you will get all options like ls. In a ls will have minus a, and minus like the capital A, B, escape, block, C, and all those things will have D directory, -f files. So all those things we will have. So we can read from here, or man is the one command. So not only for ls, you can do for anything, whatever the commands we have discussed, you can do man command. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, 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 means I will tell. Here first thing is type of the file. So for directories, here we will have D. For files, here we will have empty slash. This is for root or user. These three things are there, right? First three. This is for user. Okay. These are for group. These are for others. Like root or user means what are the user we are working. Like here, who is the user? Ubuntu is the user. Here we have Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu is the user. So these permissions for Ubuntu. Okay. Other means like if Linux is a like multiple people can work on this Linux operating system. So these permissions for others. So other than root user, whoever logged into this operating system, uh, these permissions for them. So this is for other means like means what to say. This is for groups. This is for others is like means other than this current user. Let's say this Ubuntu is there, Ubuntu, and Ubuntu as in particular group. So that complete group will have this group permission, and other users will have these permissions. So we will have three users in Ubuntu system. One is for root or user, one is for group user, one is for other user. You understood? So in the same way, so read, write, execute. One more thing will be there. It is execute. Read means that this root user can read and write in this file, but he can't execute with current permission. We can change the permissions also using chmod. So I will give an example of that. And this is this permission for group, and this permission for other. So other can do only read, but he cannot do write. So if I will check that cat file. No, we are in. Okay, I will tell that means whenever I discuss that cat file and all those things. Now your doubt is clear, right? Yeah. Man command we have done, and coming to here I will discuss about rmdir. Here rmdir means for deleting. So sorry. So if you want to delete any folder, any empty folder, I am specifying empty folder. This rmdir is see here it is not empty, so we have created some folders inside, right? So that is the reason this rmdir is not working. If you do here mkdir linux ls rmdir line, so it has deleted. Again if you do ls is this line is not present. So this rmdir is work only for empty, but in most cases I don't think anyone can use rmdir. Most of the people use do rm minus rf. It will delete directories which contains data also. So this rm minus rf, like it is recursive and forcefully. Minus r means recursive and f means forcefully. So it has deleted, means it will we can use this rm minus rf for anything. And also if you want to remove any these files, that is this rmdir for folders. If you want to delete this rm and just do, it will delete. So for simple folder files you can use rm. For directories you can do dir. Okay. Yeah, means you can delete anything, means using rm minus rf. Rm minus rf is very powerful command. Like you can do using rm minus rf, you can delete files also. Here 2.txt is there, right? So means if you remember only this command, you can delete anything. But one thing is very cautious. In Linux there is no trash. Like if you delete, it is deleted, that's it. You can't again you can't get them back. So be cautious about this. Okay. And date, it will display standard date. If you want only like we will have like some of the I'm not remembering that, but means in date also we can get only date, and we can get only year. We will have place percentile something. Let me try. These all are not much use, but not data. See here we are getting 7. So in the same way, if you do y here, you will get year. If you get full year, you will get 2020. If you want to get month, you will get 09. If you want to get month in maximum, I don't know that 30 value how it came. So means these are the basic commands we can do. And if you want to clear out all these things, just do clear, or else click on Ctrl L. So hello means, so in some of the things it will display hello world in some of the Linux operating systems, but it is, if you do again sudo apt install, so it will install. And help also will be there. So here we can give any commands. Help ls, no, help ls is not there. So these are the basic commands, means on day-to-day life. So if you want to get complete history, whatever the commands you have executed, so we have executed 76 commands. So all those things: ls, list, pwd, present working directory, cd slash root, change directory, ls again, sudo minus I, we have changed it to sudo root user, ls exited, ls cd exit, cal means calendar of 2021, touch means creating the file, ls mkdir creating the folder, make directory, umask, we have discussed about umask, and I have discussed about what is the importance of umask and all. And touch, if you come here, man, we have discussed, man means manual of each and every command we can get, rmdir remove directory, and rm minus rf we have discussed, date we have discussed, clear history. And if you just click exit, so you will log out. So these are the basic commands. Does anyone have any questions till now? Like, everyone is clear, right? Okay. Like, I mean, it is understandable, or I am going a little bit faster, or any? Fine, right? Okay, thank you. Again, I want to just log in into my AWS account. I am using AWS instance because you may have latest version of Windows to enable WSL or not. So getting AWS account is much easier. So that is the reason I am using only Windows. Otherwise, I would have used WSL. It is much easier for me. And coming to files. Let me go back and check what agent I have prepared, so it will be easy. We have discussed about this directory related commands. Directory related commands, I have discussed some of the things, dir and all. View content of files, we will discuss about that. And here, if you see here, I'm gonna delete this also, and I will mkdir Linux classes and cd Linux. Okay, and I'm going to touch file.txt. So here we can write into this file using vi editor, or using cat also we can do, but as of now I am using vi editor. So we can create file using vi editor also, and also we can I will tell you from the beginning. So here vi editor is there. In vi editor we will have 3 modes. So if you just I have opened now vi editor, but if you search, if you type here, you can't do anything. It is not in insert mode, so it is in command mode. So if you want to go into insert mode, click on I, so it will go to insert mode. Whenever you see here insert here, then only you will able to enter the value. So I am typing here, hi all, welcome to Linux classes. Okay, these are the things I have just typed. And if you want to save it, click on escape, click on colon, click on WQ. Means here we will have options like Q and WQ and Q/ explanation and all those things, but as of now to save I am using just WQ. So click on here. I have exited. So here file means I have opened one file using the editor, vi editor, and also in editor also we will have like vi editor and nano editor, and so many editors are there, but mostly usable editor is nano or vi. So here I have some data in this file. If you want to print the data out, we will use cat. See this cat file, this cat command will print whatever the data inside that file. And also using cat means we will have so we can do so many things. Like here, this is the output directory, output redirection. So here file2.txt, using this command also we can create the means we have created using touch, and we can create a file using vi. We can create file using cat also, cat and this greater than symbol you use, and you just give any file name, and here the cursor will come to next line. Here you can enter anything, hello, how are you, and enter. I am fine. And to save this file, click Ctrl D. It has created file. See here, file2 has created, and whatever the data we have printed there, and it will get saved into, see. So using cat also we can create, and using vi also we can create file3.txt. So but here new file is here, you are able to see new file. Before, whenever you do anything, whenever you open that existed file, it did not come. So if you don't want to save this file, you can click on Q and explanation, it will just quit, but it did not created any file. So if you want to create file3.txt and new file, go to insert mode and enter some data. And if you no need to enter, if you do double Q, and it will get created. So file3 is created, and again do cat file3.txt. So some random data came. So this is about touch, cat, and vi. So and coming to normal, these are normal files, we can say .txt and all. So directories, we I told it will start with d, means if you do hyphen l. So here you can see this is empty, means these all are files. So for directories you will see d, mkdir, dir. So ls minus l, ls minus l. So the d for d. So and also devices also, like what devices means, if this uh, command line also one device for this operating system. If you want to check id of this thing ddy, we have opened only one uh, command, like one terminal, so that is the reason it is telling that dev pts 0. So if you open one more, it will show /1 like that. But as we are in AWS, so we can open only one. So this is means everything, like HD hard disk also one what to say, one file to Linux operating system. So all those things. And also here it has got stuck, right? If you want to come out, click on Control C. So whenever you feel that it got stuck, click on Control C. And if you want to clear, Control L. So these are the shortcuts. So we are in Linux command, Linux folder. If you want to go out, cd / and ls. I will tell you Linux classes. Okay, and here also again I have created Linux, and we are cd to Linux, and again we are 2 folders ahead, right? And mkdir 1. Linking, I will tell about that. If here now you are in present wiring directory is 1, so this is the complete path where you are present, pwd. So directly you want to go from 1 to this Linux classes or 1 to Ubuntu, right? You have to, means as I told, in every folder we will have 2 files. One is present directory, one is parent directory. If you want to go one parent directory, okay, /. So where you will go to Linux. If you want to go to Linux classes, again do one parent directory. It's like you are going to this directory and again you are doing parent directory. If you type here, and you will go to Linux classes. You have skipped this. So we can go like this, and we can go forward and we can go backward. You understood, right? This, how to cd and all those things. ls. Where 12, 16? Yeah, this is a size, like size of this folder. Here we have created 4, right? So I think it is bytes. So I need to check. I will clarify this in our next session. Means I am also not sure. So I will check that. Okay. Till now you are clear, right? And if you, these are the files, like if you want to create a link file means in link file we will have 2 link files. One is symbolic link and one is hard link. Symbol means, this is also very important interview question. Symbolic link is like soft link, we can say. Soft link is just a link to the file. And one main thing you have to remember is there is no linking in directories. Okay. Hard link is a replica of the file. Like I will create -s. So to create any link we have to start with ln, and to create a soft I will use s, and here I have file dot txt, right? And you want to create a one soft link with another file, so file soft I am doing anything you can give. So here if you do here, it has created one more file. So if you do ls -l, so here one new file has got created. So this, if you see here, the file type is l means link file, so it is soft link to this file one. It is it's like a shortcut. Like in Windows we'll have shortcut, right? If you want to access anything in your hard disk, so you will create one shortcut in on your desktop. So in the same way we will have soft link and hard links. So soft link is just a reference to the file. If you delete this file one, let's say rm file one, file.txt. So if you delete here, this also, it is like no valid. So it's like it's showing that it is red, so it has no valid. So means you can't use this file. But hard link, so if you use I will use file2.txt. See here we have created no, not txt. It should not be txt. src ls -l. So see here txt also fine. Here it did not created anything, like it has created like a normal file. For hard link here no l is there. So for soft link also we have l. If you do cat like means normally whenever you want to refer any folder, so we will use that. But in day-to-day life we will not use. But I mean, in some of the interviews, when I take any interview, so these are the standard interview questions, so I just want to touch upon all those things. So in day-to-day life we will use all these things less, but we will use all these commands in our shell scripting. So tomorrow I will explain shell scriptings, so there I will use all these things. Okay. And yeah, tell me. Yeah. No, we can't access. Hard link we can access, because hard link is just replica of the file. Like if you here, if you see here, I am just cat into this hard link. I am able to see, right? So here I am going to delete this file2, rm file2.txt. Okay, I have deleted, but still these hard links are same as it is. I will do cat hard link.txt. So still I am able to see. Means what is the difference between normal copy file and what is the difference between normal copy file and hard link is? So in copy, whatever the content you have copied now, that only will present. But in hard link, it is just like whatever the updates you will do to the current directory, current file, it will get effect in hard link also. So let's say I have deleted, right? So that is the main difference. Like means you just try this, like you create a one file and you just copy one file to another file using the cp command. So cp command is there. Cp is like I have here ls file3 is there. cp, this is also one command, cp file3 to file4 dot txt I have done. So it has copied the content of file3 to the file4. So if you cat here cat file4, so it has just copied everything. Here file4 is not present, but this cp will create and it will copy. So this is the cp. So if you do any modification to file3, it will not reflect in file4, but when you create in hard link, see, okay, I will do that for you. Here file4 txt to file5 dot txt, this is hard link I have created. Okay, cat file4 dot txt, this is very important, that is the reason I am just discussing about this. File4 dot txt, so this it is present. So now what I will do, I am doing override. If you use this this symbol, so it will be override file4.txt. So it will give here hello I have done and control D. So here file4 is there, right? File4.txt. Here hello is came at the end. So if you do cat to here we have 5, right? So here hello came. You understood? So means whatever the things we have updated in hard link, means whatever the things we have updated in the current like actual file, it will affect in hard link also. If you delete original file also, hard link will present, but in soft link it will not present. And you should know difference between what is the difference between cp, like copy file, and hard link and soft link. This is the very important question. You understood, right? Yeah. We will have more 10 minutes, we will discuss and we will continue tomorrow. And one more thing is mkdir, dir1 and dir2 and dir3. It will create 3 folders here, dir1, 2, 3. But if you want to create one folder inside the another folder, so you have to use -p dir1 slash dir2 slash dir3. Then it will create one folder inside another folder. So cd dir1, so you will have dir2, cd dir2, you will have dir3, dir3. So you have to use -p command to create folder structure. And also one more cool feature I will show. See here, you want to create some 100 folders. So means how to do manually in Windows. What we have to do, we have to click on right click and create new folder and do like that. But here very simple, like I will create one folder like 100. So I will cd into 100 folder. Here we have empty folder is there, right? So I want to create 100 folders. Name as test. So you have to use this curly braces, 1 dot and 100. It has created 100 folders to me. So how much time it will take in Windows to create 100 folders? So much time, right? In the same way, if you want to delete as it is empty files, we will use rmdir. Sorry. It has deleted all the things. So within one means this is very sample. So this kind of commands we will use in our shell script. So why? So that is the reason I'm telling these commands are very important before we are going to learn shell script. So in the same way we will have pipeline. 1 minute. So here ls will come, 100 things are came, right? So if you want to know how many, like here ls is there, you know 100 files are there because you know what command I have run. So if you just want to if you just want to count, so what you have to do, ls and minus l, what it will give, it will give complete information. It will give one complete lines, right? Means what are the folders and all those things. For this you can apply pipe. So this symbol called as a pipe. Pipe is like sending this ls minus l output to next command. So double c I will use. Double c is the command, word count command. So this is the command, it will pass this output to this command. So this double c is like it will give number of lines it has given, number of words and number of character it has. So if you want to just get only lines, we will have minus l, so it will give only lines. So this is the pipeline. So in the same way we will use this pipeline, the grep and all those things. So grep is like grep, full form of grep is global regular expression parser, some people says, some people global regular expression print, some people says. But this grep is to search, means in Linux world you remember grep is a search, like whatever the search command we will have in a search bar we will have in Windows. So grep is like a search. Here grep test 10. No, I will create a one file here. We will discuss these things in our next class also, but for your sake I am just running. So tomorrow will be like grep, sed and shell scripting. These are the three major topics, and also we will use in our day-to-day life. So today I will just discuss about basics and basics of Linux, basics commands and all those things. Here I will write some section 100. Okay, I've just saved it. So if you want to get the value of the Rohit, so you have to just grep Rohit marks. So it will search the word Rohit, and if you want to search Sachin inside it, so you just give Sachin. Why it is not giving? I think I might have entered wrong there. Like grep is like searching, means this is very simple case. Like grep is for searching, but in real time we will use that grep with this pipeline and all those things. I will tell that shell scripting part tomorrow. But as of now, as of today, do you have any questions in the complete session? Like we have started with what is operating system, what is Linux, how to install Linux, means how we will create a AWS instance, how to, means what is PEM file, how to access our AWS in our local, and I have discussed about what are the folders are present inside the Linux, and after that we have executed some sample simple Linux commands. So these are looks like very simple, but whenever you use these commands along with your shell scripting, so this will be very useful. So grep command and permissions, links, files. We have discussed piping, word count, sorting is like you have to use sort. That's it. I will discuss about that also. How to execute multiple commands and all those things we will discuss in the tomorrow's class. File ownership. Tomorrow I will talk about what are these RW executable, means how to calculate umask and all those things. Please ask questions if you have. Means we have just discussed about 1.5 hours about Linux. You will have questions. Please open up. Hello. Yeah, means and also for today's exercise is like, means this DevOps is not only listening. Means frankly I'm telling. So means how much ever the great teacher you teach, means these DevOps you will not learn without practicing. It means as of today you just go ahead and create the Linux account, the AWS account, and you create any Linux instance and just play around with whatever the AWS options are present and create a Linux instance and log in into that Linux instance from your terminal and just practice whatever, like, means this whatever the things I have told are just very simple. If you go and check in internet, if you check Linux cheat sheet, so you will get all these things. Means you will get plenty of options. So we no need to by heart. You We will learn all these things by just typing whatever the things I have just practiced here. Typed means I have just remembered them. Means randomly I have remembered. So many commands are there, like uname we will get Linux information and host name. So many things, like everything, means we can do everything in Linux using the commands. So you just practice. I am not telling only to practice this. Any cheat sheet you take and you just practice. Like Linux is how much ever you practice, you will be master. Does it clear? Yeah. Yeah, means that umask is means it depends on uh, operating system. Like we can change this umask, like as I have changed umask, you can change to 1. So now whenever you create uh, any new folder, that permissions will get changed. Touch 2.txt ls minus l. If you do here, oh my god, created inside this. See here, 2.txt I have given, right? Here I have given 001. 001 means here we will get 6 minus 001. So that is the reason we got here permission is like previously which permission we got, rw r we got, but now we got rw because we have changed umask to 0001. So we can change this umask and all the things, but by default in AWS we will get umask as a 00002. You have to remove, yeah, we have to remove this. We will have 4 words here, right? Four digits, but we have to ignore this first digit and you have to count only these 5. Here you want to count permission of default folder, default not folder, default file. So you have to subtract this value 666 minus 001. So which permission you will get? No, 666 is not full permission. 777 is full permission. Here we will get one executable. Here we will have empty, right? So empty is executable. Means I will tell in the simple way. So let me open here. Here we will have binary values, right? 0, 1 is for 1. 0, 1, 1 for 2 power 0, 1, 2. 2 power 1 3. So like that we will have 8 binary values, right? So like this we will calculate here. So I will discuss all those things in tomorrow's class. I will start from their own limits, how to calculate this permission and all. So as it is means we have, yeah. So means if you are more curious, you just go and search Linux permissions, permission calculator. So here you will get, or else you will just means I will discuss about all these things in our tomorrow's class. Today my agenda is to just explain what is Linux and what are the commands and all those things. So we will have so many commands. I mean, I am telling you, right? Means if you discuss 45 days also, this Linux will not get over. But as we have, yeah. Means you can take Linux course for even 6 months also, because that much things we will have. Even we can extend till changing our code in Linux, and we can push to uh, Linux GitHub. Till that level we can go, but as of now we are require this Linux for our DevOps work. So that's why I'm discussing all these things. In DevOps also we no need to worry about these permissions and all those things. We have to mainly focus on shell scripting. So that part I will going to discuss in tomorrow class. Fine, right? Okay. Recording part will be handled by that uh, the training team. So you ask this recording with them, and also if you want, if you have any questions or any doubts, you just mail to this email ID. awstraining.september@gmail.com. If you have any questions while practicing throughout this course, you just mail to this email ID. I will reply to your mails. Okay. Fine, right? Yeah. If you don't have any questions, we can stop here and we can continue from files permissions in our next class.